This video is actually long overdue, but I'm here now. Hi, beautiful people. My name is Queen Solomon, and don't look at me like that. Yeah, that's my real name. But I'm here, gracing your screen to share my opinions and thoughts about a video I dare say blessed me. And now you're wondering, what video might that be? Well, it's no other than the Teju Babyface interview with Banky W and Adesua Etomi. Now, before we dive into my opinions about the content of the video, let us give accolades and honor to whom honor is due. Can we give it up for Teju Babyface? Well, I was super impressed with the kind of questions he asked, the intelligent follow-up questions, and the fact that he allowed his guests to fully express themselves without unnecessary interruptions. I mean, like, that was top notch. Now, as my Gen Zs will say,
let's get into it.
Firstly, I'd like to talk about the fact that most of the things that we are insecure about are actually the things that makes us stand out beautifully and uniquely. Banky W shared the fact that he used to dye his beards black, but then when Mamacita, Adesua, the love of his life, the mother of his children, she let him know that that feature or that fact about him, she actually liked it. Banky W said to himself, this drop-dead gorgeous woman actually liked this about me. Then who exactly am I trying to impress? It's okay with him. Now let's bring it home. What is it about your authenticity that you feel you need to hide? Well, as for me, I think it's my dentition. My canine is not in alignment, and most times when pictures are taken of me, you would not catch me doing. You would just rather see me doing, because I think it's awkward. Next, we'll be getting clarity from God. Apparently, Banky W was toasting Adesua Etomi, but she wasn't roasting. I know that's hit. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give you time to recuperate. I'm that nice. But as you're recuperating, let's take a listen.
Oh, maybe because of all the hearts are broken in the world, God has now sent somebody to break my own. And then I think the Holy Spirit just started working on my heart that don't lose who is arguably one of the best friendships you've ever had in your life, because you didn't have the relationship that you want yet.
It clicked friendship-wise.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I believe that a great friendship is a solid foundation for anything, whether you just want to stay friends or that kind of like finds its way or morphs into a relationship. But with him, I at the time just wasn't convinced. So once I felt like I knew for myself and that God showed me for himself that this was the person that I was supposed to be with, this is the person I'm always going to be with, this is my person, and I know that like I know the back of my hand.
She has a beautiful relationship because she trusted in the Lord with all her heart and she leaned not on her own understanding. In all her ways, she acknowledged God and he definitely directed her path. But then, did you hear the part where she said,
I needed to know for myself, because if I knew for myself, there was nothing anybody could say and nothing that I'd feel that would change my mind. There's nothing anybody can tell me. This person is mine and I'm his. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it was supposed to be. And to the glory of God, that's how it is.
That got me thinking, what if God shows us a certain path and then we start the journey all excited, but then during the course of the journey, the butterflies in our tummies begin to start their ministry elsewhere? Do we quit? These days, people assume that once the feelings fade, then it would definitely mean that the decision was wrong. But it's not everything that God leads us into that will feel exciting every single day. I think that most times conviction needs to carry us to the place where our feelings can't. Remember that I had said that Banky W was toasting Adesua Etomi, but she wasn't roasting. Banky W, after failed attempts to, try to get Adesua Etomi to come over or graduate to the more than a friendship class, and she was not graduating, then Banky W decided to take it to God. That God should help him tell this woman that there's no other man for the job. He's the man for the job. Let's take a listen to the answered prayer.
And that was my prayer, and I just left it at the altar. God now spoke to her on multiple confirmations. One day we're on the phone. I'll never forget. I was laying in my bed in my place, and she was in her place. And we're on the phone because at this point we're talking all the time. And she said, "But Banky, you're my husband, right?" And I said, oh, I've known for a year and a half. I've just been waiting for you to catch up.
I can't see you're smiling. Love is sweet though. Don't let anybody tell you nothing. Love is sweet and that's some period. But then, Banky W. You not believe I be. Me I not believe. I not believe. It's not possible. It's a lie. Banky W said it was like,
I've known for 1.5 years now. I was waiting for you to catch up.
It's a lie, Baba. You're lying. You know how it was. We both know now. Let's just create a scenario. Wait, what did you say? I should buy what? Wristband. You said band. Which band? Horses. Husband. You said what? I'm your what? Well, actually, he wasn't. He was happy, but he wasn't surprised. Oh my God! Don't tell me I forgot to show you guys. So, gosh, I actually have something here. I should have showed you guys this at the beginning of the video. It's actually a document on characteristics. I think I'm on the part of characteristics. The handwritings at the beginning were kind of tiny, but this one is actually bold because I would have needed to get my glasses, but I don't need my glasses right now. All right, let me just read it real quick. G-O-D is not deaf. Yeah, I made my point. Yeah. Why would he be surprised when he actually told God to do this? Like, God is not deaf. In conclusion, when we talk to God, believe that he has heard, and trust me, he will never withhold any good thing from you. The next takeaway is rather surprising.
That both of our moms are pastors. I think there's something very important to be said for the seed of the Spirit of God to be planted in children. Now, the difference was my own seed. After a while, I tried to dig it out and push it to the side.
Yeah. I know the scripture that came to your mind, right? Train up a child in the way he should grow, and when he's old, come on now, he will not depart from it. Let's go. My Bible tells in the book of what? Yeah, train up a child in the way he should go. But
That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here.
unlike Adesua, Banky W strayed far away from God. But I dare say that because of the foundation that he had with God, God was able to call him to himself at some certain point, and then Banky began to build and work on the relationship that he had with God. But then, let's talk in the comments. Like, can a strong foundation bring back someone that was far away from God, of course? Or is it all just down to personal decisions? Well, I'd like to hear your comments on that. I know that I had said I found it surprising that the couple's parents were both pastors, but I think this is more surprising.
But I say it all the time, Adesua didn't lead me to Jesus. Jesus led me to Adesua. Because I had met Adesua 3 times and I didn't know.
How does one meet Adesua 3 times? And before I got married,
God was hiding me.
I was hiding her in plain sight.
Hiding me. There's actually a picture of me interviewing him.
Yes, there's a picture of her from like
years
way
ago,
back in the day.
way back
I was
in
with
the
one of my
day.
artists at the time, and you see her, she's smiling, she's holding a microphone, and we were both there answering her questions.
Yeah.
And when I met her, I thought I was meeting her for the first time.
But with that, I just saw God's way in shielding his daughter from harm. Imagine Banky caught Adesua in that state that he was, very far away from God. I believe that he would have messed the relationship up. And fast forward to now, they wouldn't have the relationship, the beautiful relationship that they have now. God had to call Banky to himself, to groom him, to be the best person, to groom his daughter, to bring out the best in her. Wait. Is that why they're called grooms? I think that's why they're called the head. The Bible is complete though. The Bible is complete. That's why they're called the head. To like guide, lead. But then bringing it back home, I think that most times we're always of the opinion that if we are connected to certain people, then only then would we be able to achieve our dreams. But as for me, I believe that staying in the place where we are and doing the best that we can will actually lead us to the right people when the time is right. Concerning the word purpose, I will not lie. I have never heard or seen a definition like the one Banky W and Adesua explained during the interview. Banky W explained that purpose is a world, and then in that world there are multiple callings and seasons. Adesua also spoke about giftings. She said some people might just have one and some people might be multi-talented. They cited the example of David. You remember David in the Bible? David was a shepherd. David was a king. David was a husband. David was a father. David was also a songwriter. Now, if you are there wondering, what exactly is your purpose? Well, do well to take a listen.
A lot of times the question I get from people is like, how do I know my purpose? What's my purpose? Maybe that's not even the question that we should be asking. Maybe we should just be asking, understanding that purpose is this puzzle. What is the next piece of the puzzle that I'm supposed to pick up right now? And just focus on that and trust God that over time, all those pieces will fit together.
It's making sense to you, right? It's making sense to you. But then while listening to that, Ecclesiastes 9 verses 10, it says, whatsoever your hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might. Well, as for me, I'm a student of the University of Lagos, and my hands find it to read my books and write my notes, and of course pass my exams and get good grades. And also, my hand find it to share this video with you, even if I don't have the grand gadgets. And what about you? What do you do? Let me know right here in the comment section below. You might have something that I need, or you could meet your customers right here on this channel. Try your luck. Now, we all know that Banky W is an A-list artist and Adesua Etomi is also an A-list artist. Like, they both literally need no introduction. Teju Babyface asked the couple, how do they make the relationship work? I mean, like, they have their different projects going on, they have their family going on, their children and the likes. For the response of this, which I believe will bless you too, let's give it up for our very own Mommy Gio Adesua. Take a listen.
Different seasons require different levels of sacrifices from both of us. So in particular seasons, he feels the gap in more and I'm a bit busier. And in other seasons, I feel the gap in more and he's busier. It's a partnership. Like he said before, our family is our first ministry. So it takes priority over everything else. And I know that family is important to God. And how we steward our family in these seasons is also very important to God, because great destinies require great character, like we always say all the time. And it's in these seasons that you build character. Character cannot be prayed into you. Do you know what I mean? Every other thing, you can pray for faith, you can pray for strength, you can pray character, you can't pray for character. It's in the fire that's where it's built. It's in the tough seasons. It's in the tough seasons. It's in the tough seasons that character builds. And so we are thrown into these seasons and we call God in, obviously, because he should be at the center of it all. And then we figure out what is required from both of us in those particular seasons, and we fill in the gap.
I know. Like, Teju had to shake her hands. I know, but just calm down. You can go back to that after that. Just calm down. In my church, my pastor would say that there is no beautiful relationship that falls from heaven. The success of a marriage is dependent on the two people in it. But really, like, imagine, like, let's sit down to talk about this. Like, we the single people, we live with our siblings, like our siblings that our mother and our father gave birth to. So you know the strife and the conflict that goes on. Now imagine that somebody is coming from a home where the mommy just needs to look at them and then they'll return to factory setting, and somebody's coming from a place where you use broom and that's, you know, that slippers. You people now came together and say, I like you too. Come on now. There's bound to be conflict. It's not possible. There's bound to be conflict. But then, since two of you, nobody saw two of you for each other. You saw her, she saw you. Two of you want to, Then, when you discover that there are certain issues, communication comes in. All right, the toothpaste. You don't like me to press it in the middle, and then you want me to press it at the bottom. For there to be peace, I have to adjust. Are you following me? You're following me, yes. So yeah, communication is key to building a successful marriage. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and listening and learning. I sincerely appreciate this. Well, during the course of the interview, Banky W had shared that him and his wife, at some point in their relationship, they were struggling. And then, thank God for the gifts of parents. For the parents out there, I personally love and adore you. Banky W had stated that his parents and of course her parents, they'd come around to fill in the roles that they can't because of certain work or projects that they need to do, or certain places they need to be at, and then these people will come to fill in the roles. But then there is a scenario that he gave that literally made my heart stop a beat. Let's take a listen.
We were in the States. I was doing my master's. I was getting a fellowship. I was doing a fellowship on Capitol Hill. So I was serving on Capitol Hill. We had just had our baby, our second son, Hezekiah. We were stretched, guy. See,
Like
you
I
people
said,
that live in
parents.
America, you are the real MVPs of parenting in the world.
Actually.
Because it's you. You are Uber driver, you are show snoveler, you are cook, you are chef, you are cleaner, you are parenting, you are going to church, you are trying to find
That
time
your
for date
sign
night.
was very deep.
Baba, see, this season, we were stretched in one day. This my Fitz band gave me an alert that said, you are sleeping 1 hour, 52 minutes a night. That's how, I'll be sitting in class in my master's. I'll just do my head, I've passed out. And the same thing for her, because it was just the two of us with these two kids. And sometimes, as a married couple, it's the sleep deprivation, especially when you've just had a child. It's the sleep deprivation that's the problem. It's actually, there's no real tension. It's just that you're not sleeping. They use sleep deprivation to to torture terrorists, to get them to confess.
It's true.
Abi?
It's true.
So that's where we were. And we were at our breaking point. And, I actually missed a deadline to hand in a paper for one of my classes for my master's, and I didn't even know. And the professor sends me an email. Mr. Wellington, you missed your deadline for your paper. I hope you know that this paper is worth 20% of your grade. Let me know what's happening. And at that point, I was so disappointed in myself, stressed out, tired. So I just sent him an email that, sir, I'm so sorry. This is what's going on. We've just had a baby. I'm stretched thin. This season has stretched me and my wife. I'm trying to pay off my school fees. I just finished an election that cost, I didn't say all of this, but I just basically was very honest with him to say, hey, I'm sorry, I'll accept whatever penalty, but this is the season that we're in. So he says, okay, come see me after class. After class, I go and see this professor. Now, this guy is an elderly Caucasian man, for people in the Weibo man. This is somebody who had served in the cabinet of an ex-president in America. So he's an accomplished, really cerebral guy. And he says, oh, you know what? Here, take another 2 weeks or however long you need to do the paper. Then he said, the second thing is, he's like, I sense that you and your wife need a break. He says, I'm going to come with my daughter. She's a school teacher. He said, we're going to come to your house, pick a Sunday or whatever day you want. We'll come to your house. We'll take your kids for the day and play with them and babysit for you guys. He said, you and your wife need to go on a date. And I'm going to give you $200 for your date. My mouth dropped to the floor. I said, sir, no, we don't need $200. He said, no. He said,
What's your problem?
What's his number?
he said, listen, he said, I insist. He said, because you just need grace. You just need a little bit of time for the two of you to connect. He said, I know where you are because I've been there. And true to his word, the Sunday came, he showed up with his school teacher daughter. They took our Haziah. He loves people visiting. He's an extrovert. He likes playing. So we now brought 2 new people so he was thrilled. Our baby they had a ball. The guy instead gave us $200 cash. We went to bowling, went to see a movie. And that moment, bro, I can't tell you how it was an answered prayer from God in the nick of time where we were just so stressed and just tired. And we just had a great day. And we came back, we felt better, we felt stronger, we felt more in love with each other.
Shock you, Abi. See, wait, before we end this video, if you know that this thing had happened in Nigeria universities, you now came, carry your leg. I went to go meet professor to tell him that the reason why you missed a deadline is because of baby. I want to know, how do you think the lecturer would have reacted? A Nigerian professor. Tell me in the comments. Because I don't want to believe that it was just me that was like, how is it possible? On a serious note, I think the scripture that comes to mind is love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah, love your neighbor as yourself. In this world, we are the ambassadors of Christ, and then if I'm putting it very simply, I would say that we are the hands and feet of Jesus. We're supposed to spread love and kindness wherever we are. So if you have the opportunity of being a blessing to somebody, do not withhold it. God will not come down from heaven to do something that he has blessed you to do. I encourage every one of us to spread love and spread kindness everywhere that we are. Now, if I had made you smile, if I had brought back memories, if I had made you think, if I had made you type, would you consider liking and subscribing to my channel? I'd really love to read your comments, and till we meet again, I am Queen Soul.